What's good, people? Ignorant Gamerz in the house. E3, obviously. My name is Snow.
I'm Ramon.
Right now, we're going to cover our thoughts, reactions, and what happened for the Xbox One, or let's just say the Microsoft Xbox conference.
You mean
E3
the first
2013.
Xbox or Xbox One?
Just Xbox.
Every time I hear it, throws me for
I know. So, we're covering E3 2013 Microsoft Xbox press conference. That's a mouthful. No pun. So, out the gate, Metal Gear Solid.
I thought that was a dope push.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell you why? I thought that was a shut the fuck up to the people out there. Oh, we ain't got no games? No, we got games. We got your games.
Mm-hmm.
We got the game you like that you didn't expect to be here.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Look good.
Open world.
Open world. Look good. Can't say nothing bad about it. I saw the jokes. I think one person had a video gamer thing. Video gamer XL, some shit like that. And it was like more horses, some it was something funny. If I could find it, I'll share it with you guys, but it was pretty funny.
It felt real modern.
It felt real modern.
Because usually Metal Gears feel like real scripted, real movie like. But that felt
right.
That felt interesting.
Hey, like if you had a question if this was open world and you didn't know it was open world, you would question it, then mission accomplished. Because this game is definitely open world. And hopefully when more details come out about Metal Gear Solid 5, because there's something I want to see back there in Metal Gear Solid that they removed from Metal Gear Solid 4. I would love to dig deep into that and how that worked with open world. Next bullet. A new 360.
I don't know. It's pointless to me. That's your shit.
New 360 to me, I thought it was pretty dope. I like the way it looked. I wish they would have showed a little closer and gave a little more airtime to it. But it's perfect because you still want to sell through. And if the 500 price point is too high up front, and someone needs a new console for right now.
Did they say the price?
They didn't say the price, but I'm assuming it's going to be like 200.
That high?
No more than 200. But I'm saying 200 with bundles and stuff.
Okay, with bundles, that'll probably hurt Nintendo bad.
Right. And that's where it's like, you're not going to buy that.
Right.
I'm going to keep you in my eco. You're going to buy Xbox Live. So then when you do get the Xbox One, you already got your Xbox Live account.
Yeah. You had a good point with that, too.
This is why the PlayStation sells through. And this is why the Wii is continuing to sell through over the Wii U, you know? And, you know, at the end of the day, you look at the PS2 numbers. That didn't stop in 2006.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah. That went damn near half the life cycle of the PS3. That was pretty amazing.
It just ended.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
Moving along, Xbox Live gets a facelift. Little PlayStation Plus action in there. That was pretty cool. So now you get, you know, same treatment as PS Plus dudes, and now it's identical.
Yeah, they straight up teeth that whole shit.
That was identical. And we'll get to that later when we cover that. But
they had to, though. They had to.
They had to do something.
They had to
do something because it was a nice selling point. It's for the same price, so, you know, you get a free game. I think first up is Assassin's Creed 2 and Halo 3.
Yes.
Obviously, that's going to be for the 360.
They got to get better with the other stuff because Sony throws in a lot of other shit.
The stuff that Sony throws in is incredible. Today, by itself, is incredible.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And they're promising hundreds of new 360 games. And it makes perfect sense to me. And I think they're going to go up to about 2015. 2015, 2017, the latest. So
this to me signifies some sort of backwards compatibility through the cloud.
Maybe.
You can't give PlayStation... you can't give Xbox Live Gold subscribers free 360 games after they have an Xbox One.
Right.
They wouldn't dare do that.
Right. To be determined. To be determined.
Okay.
Next to the 360, World of Tanks, 360 edition.
People seemed happy about that.
World of Tanks is a big deal.
To who? Who the fuck is that?
To a lot of PC players, it's a big deal. That's the game that you thought was Borderlands.
Was it?
No, actually, no. Borderlands.
No, that was Borderlands.
Yeah. That's the game I thought it was, and it ended up being Borderlands because we couldn't believe how crazy that thing is.
Yeah.
It's so massive.
Yeah.
Like if you're a PC person, comment below. I can't really officially explain it, but it's a massive game. It's for those who like that thing. When we was at PAX East, that was the tournament that was going on. on the big screen, the World of Tanks.
The developer did go out of his way to mention how hard they worked to get that.
Oh yeah. Moving on to the other game that they mentioned was called Max: The Curse of Brotherhood. That's a nice little game to try to get the younger demographic in, which is going to try to sell the new Xbox 360. Dark Souls 2 announced for 360.
That's a big deal for somebody somewhere.
Oh yeah,
that's a super hard game.
That's a huge
Shout out to Pat. Pat hates that fucking game. Refuses to put it down.
Yeah. So, but that's it with the 360 stuff. Rise, Son of Rome, Xbox One game. Graphically looks good.
It does.
I like the idea of it. Don't really like all the button pressing. It was too consistent.
They had a deliverance on that today.
Yeah?
I watched it. Yeah, because that was the rumor going around.
Right.
But they said the game can be played either way.
Okay.
You can button mash, or you can do it right. But they're saying they built it around this flow system.
Right.
So every time you get a precise deliverance on that tap,
right,
there's a fluidity that carries through, and you gain momentum and you get moves and whatnot. So kind of get it. It just don't look.
They just need a better way of they should have presented it a little better during the demo.
Right.
And don't worry, it still has time to get that point across.
It looks good.
Looks real good. I like it. I feel like 300 when I was watching it.
Yeah.
And I always wanted a 300 type game since I've seen 300, so I'm okay with that.
I rock with that.
A shocker for most, Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
I see some people who was beefing about it, but you can't really tell if they're trolling or not. As a Killer Instinct fan, I'm very happy to see that the game is alive.
What are you beefing about? We didn't even see the shit. We still didn't see nothing about it.
We saw some gameplay with, whatever.
But what I saw looked like Killer Instinct. I know what the hell Killer Instinct looked like.
I know. What we didn't see was its original artwork rehashed. We saw maybe cell shaded.
Yeah.
Which, hey, let's upgrade with the times. If Capcom is running wild with this cell shade thing,
it works.
It's working.
Everyone else is doing it.
Let's run with it. Let's see what it does.
It looks good.
It looked good in a very smart glass demo too. We'll get to that later. Sunset Overdrive by Insomniac, which is a PlayStation house, so that was kind of a big deal.
That looked interesting.
It's open world, cloud, and a living world. Also a third-person perspective game. So is Rise as well. Third-person games don't really do too well on Xbox. But I think what you mentioned to me that the Sunset Overdrive reminded you of
Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, the art style and
yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how it is. And they said the game is going to be dynamic. Like you're not going to be playing the same game twice.
Right.
And because it's all in the cloud and the Xbox cloud and how it works, so.
And I'm really feeling this because if we're struggling to define that game, that means it has a right to exist.
I just want them to open up and tell me exactly what you're doing in the cloud. The next game that I'm going to talk about is the only game that's gave me a real reason, which is Forza 5. Forza 5 to me, other than one other game that I'm going to carry later, is the only game worth watching the conference for.
Man, like, I was in love.
Yeah. Like, if they showed you nothing else after Forza, like, to be honest with you, everything on this screen that I'm about to read to you, I could have just mentioned 2 games, and that could have been in conference, and
I would agree.
They could have just dropped the mic.
I probably would agree.
You know?
That Forza was, whew. That whole cloud. So they said there's no AI now. Well, obviously there's AI in the game.
There's some AI.
The notion of AI is gone because now a large part of that cloud computing goes toward learning how your friends play and developing a Drivatar. Terrible name.
Drivatar, right.
But what's dope about it is the person's Drivatar is always learning. So they get better, it gets better. They get worse, it gets worse. The best part about it is Snow doesn't have to be online for me to race him. I can race his Gravatar. Drivatar, whenever.
And don't confuse us with Ghosts.
Right.
Because the Ghost, I exist on the same track. He just goes right through me.
And it's just his run through. That's the time he.
The Drivatar is going to be as if I was on the track.
Right. And it knows his inconsistencies. It knows his strong points. It knows when he's aggressive, when he's not. You know when that worked? And why because I've been doing a lot of the Tune That Shit series.
Right.
And my final part of the tuning is I put it on a track with the computer drivers on hard as possible and haul ass.
Right.
I'm a lot better than computer drivers.
Right.
So it's not a challenge, you know, that you never really get to gauge the car.
Right.
But now I can race against all the IGZ boys.
Right.
When they're not home.
When they're not home, right.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's a whole different ball game.
Right.
I like that.
Which also means it's always connected.
Now, you know where this can go?
What?
They can have like a Halo. So you can jump in Halo and play a free-for-all with me.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
When I'm not there.
That'd be nice. And hopefully the game later that I'm going to talk about does that.
Okay.
So yeah, Forza 5 looked amazing. Graphically, we've seen actual gameplay. And following the conference, we've seen actual gameplay. Right. Outside the car, inside the cockpit view.
Take notes, Grid 2.
Pretty good. Next up was Minecraft. 6 million people already bought it. And now 6 million people are expected to buy it again if they cross over to Xbox One with the updated graphics and stuff.
Is there anything that would sell it?
From what I hear, because I'm not
it's tough. We're not in that, right.
But I've heard that because of the PC version is so much better than the Xbox version, 360 version, that there are increases that you could do, and there are living worlds that you could do, and there is more kind of modded things that you can do. So,
that's what I want to hear. Because it's tough to sell somebody on a new console with better graphics on a game that has nothing to do with graphics. Right. So it's a tough sell.
Right. So, that was like one of the things that you seen out the gate when you saw the dude walking. Like they kind of upped the graphics a little bit. Right. And not to say that they got rid of the pixels, but they just made things a little bit more attractive.
Okay.
Quantum Break. They showed some more of it.
That's the weak point of the whole shebang.
He said to me while we was watching the stream, if this game gets anything under an 8, then it's an IP we can't talk about.
Yeah. This right here looks like Heavenly Sword to me. Remember Heavenly Sword?
Kind of just went under the radar.
Yeah.
And all because it didn't get it. What did Heavenly Sword get?
It got it like anywhere from a 7 to an 8.
Right.
But the gameplay was terrible.
Right.
Graphics were good. That was PlayStation 3's showcase.
That was one of their beginning games.
Right. But it was just not that it was a terrible game, but it was like, yeah, okay, thanks.
Right.
This game looks exactly like that.
Right.
There's nothing special looking about it, and I don't know. I just didn't feel anything warm and fuzzy for this shit.
On the other hand, D4 I did like.
Okay.
D4 I like. Like D4 I almost want to do a separate video for when they release more information that I can talk about. But right now, only thing I can talk about was how beautiful it looked, how it looked like it's going to be a combination of a hack and slash, almost kind of how X looks on the Wii U.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just looks really good, and I'm excited to see what that's going to come about. That would have been the third game that you could have dropped the mic for. You could have showed D4, showed the last game that we're going to talk about, and then Forza.
Okay.
You know? And that came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting that. Smart Glass was featured all in this. I just want to cut away to that. Smart Glass, second screen, stats, screenshots, set up a multiplayer game.
Right.
Let you play a game while you wait for another multiplayer game to start. So he can jump online. I could already be there. I could be playing. Ain't something crazy I like to fucking play.
Call of Duty.
Don't disrespect me, son.
You say random.
I'm playing. Let's just say Project Sharp. What is that? Was that
Spark.
It? Project Spark. Let's just say I'm playing Project Spark. You jump on and go like, "Yo, son, cut that kitty shit out. Let's go play Battlefield 4. Let's go drop a building on someone's head." I was like, "All right, cool.
Just send the
invite when you got it all set up." I keep playing my shit, and then once it's there, I hit the Xbox button, takes me straight there. One game to the next, all set up from Smart.
Dope.
It's pretty dope. DVR automatically records. They didn't get too much into that.
I don't think they need to. I think that on the surface, that's real light.
Yeah.
It's there. It works. You can cut up shit. You can upload shit, and there you go.
Yeah. Another thing that I saw was the Upload Studio.
Yeah.
Which I think that's what it's called. Standalone to that, or is it going to be on the system?
No, it's on the system.
It's on the system?
But
I think this has a stream of it, right?
Smart Glass is supported, so we should be able to do it there.
Right.
I think they say you can share the social networking too, so I'm interested to see if Facebook makes it to that, or F, obviously, YouTube.
Right.
That would be interesting.
One of the big things that I feel like they didn't stress hard enough to the consumers that was watching this was Twitch.
Yeah.
The integration of Twitch. And why Twitch is such a big deal. We said this with the PlayStation thing where
and we wondered why they went
wondering
Ustream.
why, and he brought it up to me really quickly. He was like, yo, I think Microsoft might have locked them up way ahead of time. And you know what? It makes sense. Because why would Twitch not want both platforms, if not all three?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So Microsoft must have been like, yo, listen. Yo, we want in and lock those fuckers out.
Here go $15 billion. You want a slice of this?
Right. Again, now the money is starting to show its ass. It's going to show its ass a little later.
Money's money. But that Twitch thing is huge because now a lot of the PC games are there.
Right.
A lot of the PC games are there. And if you could, a lot of these devs that do these indie games and whatnot. Yo, if it's in your community, there's your chance.
Yeah. And also with the Twitch, right? We're talking about people wanting to buy DVRs and stuff, to buy the PVR stuff that we have. Between your Connect or your mic, you're doing live comm.
Yeah.
And you just tell it to go to your YouTube channel afterwards.
When it's done, drop that video to YouTube and you win the money.
You go your Let's Plays right there.
God damn it. And I'll be pissed as shit if my hot pop don't work.
We're going to get to that.
God damn you, don't you do it.
Both on the PlayStation as well. What else? 1,000 Friends, we've covered that already.
Right.
Real Money, No Points, I'm all for that because I hate trying to fucking figure that out when I came across.
It makes sense. Either you put $7 down, $15, $25. But yeah, you didn't call it out. So.
Son, it was like okay.
It was like math.
$5, 400 points. Why am I 100 short? Like it just didn't make it. It didn't make sense to me.
Just charge me the goddamn $7.
And then Xbox Live Gold sharing.
Yes. This is single-handedly the best feature of this console, and right now is exactly what it's being damned for. How deep we want to go into this?
We could probably extract this because this is a pretty deep subject. But just can you give them a quick overview?
Xbox Live sharing, you can share any game in your library as long as the person has been on your friends list for 30 days. And the second requirement for that is I think they have to check in every hour.
I think so.
The person who you're sharing the game to authenticates to the servers every hour to say, what are you playing? Is it a share? Are you supposed to be playing it? Carry on.
And with the share...
And it makes sure that the person who's sharing it to you is not playing it. Because you two can't play together.
No, I think they said that we both could be on. But then we couldn't have... Like, you own it. And you share it with me. So if it's a multiplayer game, I can play it too. Because you shared it with me. But then Swan couldn't get on it too.
Oh, okay. So I may have misread that. Okay.
So I think you and I can be on it and experience something together, I think.
Okay.
But I know for sure that it can't be me and Tawan. Even if you're not playing it, it can't be me and Tawan. It just has to be one of us.
All right.
But we'll get into that whole video.
Either way, sharing single-handedly the best feature of the Xbox One to me.
Where one of the jokes you made against Jerry James, like, I'm not coming or sending my game to you in Michigan.
So this came out of
share it to you.
Yeah, this came out of the Sony video.
Right.
Which was brilliant.
Right.
And Sony said, here's how you share on a PlayStation 4. And handed the guy the disc.
Right.
That was nice.
Right.
But again, people missed this part of the Xbox One.
Right.
I'm not going to UPS. Jerry lives in Michigan.
Right.
It was in Detroit. I'm not going to UPS.
Right.
Get off my lazy ass. Stop playing my Battlefield to mail a game to him. And I'm damn sure not getting on a plane.
Honestly,
to hand him the disc.
I'd be like, fuck you. You got GameFly.
There you go. GameFly it. But that's old.
So,
sharing is dope.
Get back to the game subject. Crimson Dragon. The spiritual successor to Panzer Dragoon.
Dude, that was the one game right there that got people to get off their feet when it was announced.
And you know what? That's a Rails game. Rails games don't usually do that. Panzer Dragon was a Rails game. One of my beloved Sega games.
Can I
exclusives. One of which I think single-handedly could have saved Dreamcast.
Can I tell you something?
What's up?
Sony has always failed at Dragon games. I just want you to know that. I'm saying. There was like two of them. that just never took off.
Which ones?
I can't remember. One launch. One was a launch title for P3.
Uh-huh.
And then there's one that came out like last year. They just couldn't get it.
I don't pay attention to Dragon games unless it's Pan's Dragon.
Yeah.
The only reason why this was on my radar is because the dude who did Pan's Dragon is the dude behind this.
Yeah. No, that's a big deal.
Crystal Dragon, I'm looking forward to that. Sorry that the demo fucked up, but you know, whatever.
No, it wasn't their demo.
No, yes,
it was a demo.
They were one of the demos that fucked up.
Okay.
Dead Rising 3 from Capcom. Fuck you, Capcom. But no, that's just a general. That's not for what they did. That's a general.
I've never ever debated a fuck you, Capcom.
However, smart move by I'm sure some of this billion went to them too. Dead Rising 3 exclusive to Xbox One.
The title or the series?
Dead Rising 3.
Okay.
They didn't say anything beyond that.
It's worth something.
I feel like because Microsoft is so corporate-y, they would have went beyond to say, and the continuation
if it was,
of.
Right. If they'd have locked it up, they would have said.
Right. One thing that was pretty good, bringing back to Smart Glass, because they did artillery support using Smart Glass. So I just want y'all to real quick. There's a theme behind this versus our 8th gen videos that we was talking about with some of our predictions.
Damn, we damn near got the whole shit right.
Did we? Oh my god! Mind you, this was months ago.
We got the whole.
This was before the PlayStation 4 conference when we was making these junks, these assumptions and shit.
The boy's good.
So, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, another exclusive.
I like that. I look at Skyrim and say no fucking way.
Right.
I'm scared of Skyrim, to tell you the truth. I don't want to get sucked into that World of Warcraft type shit. But this...
Shout out to Western Ruler.
I could actually play this. This looks good.
Mm-hmm. And
100 hours of game? Like, what?
100 plus.
That's wild. But yeah.
It was not exclusive, but exclusive features.
Right.
So...
I like this.
Yeah. Battlefield 4... I mean, we could do a whole video on that by itself.
You know what it is.
You know what it is. You know what that is. Below. I kind of forgot what Below was.
It was like a platformer, wasn't it?
Was it? Y'all really just... Blip.
Who the fuck knows what that was. Then there was the other one that you mentioned, Project Spark.
Mm-hmm.
That was another one that's using the cloud.
Right.
The cloud source.
Project Spark, I'm interested in it.
That looks like our new Little Big Planet.
But with something more open world-ish.
Yeah. Which I'm not.
Yeah.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
You know,
something that Microsoft owns. And can be like, well, Minecraft, if you want to go back to PC, or now if you don't want to be exclusive to Xbox anymore, fuck you.
Right.
You know, because we have our thing. And you know what? And I'm going to tell you what? Little Big Planet is the one game I can never fully explain to nobody, but it is so dope. And I'm a grown-ass man after that
do I not get that for my Vita now?
You should be able to.
I think one of them, I saw the list, one was free.
I hope you jumped on that. I hope you jumped on that. But
I'll get it tonight.
Here's the thing. And I'm sorry to do that. You can cut this out. The Little Big Planet karting, which is free for you on your PlayStation Plus right now, for your PlayStation 3, if you go to the world, I guarantee you will not be playing karting games. I guarantee it.
All right, I'll check it out.
And that's why I'm so excited about Project Spark, because although they didn't get into it, but I'm pretty sure people are going to be creating their own worlds.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, and that seems like full immersion of Smart Glass,
right,
and Kinect,
right,
because he voice commanded a lot of that stuff.
Not bad.
There was the Black Tusk game.
I don't know what that was.
I don't remember what that was too. It was in engine. It looked pretty.
Fucking sue me. I don't know.
Yeah. So people who are Black Tusk, y'all got some PR damage control y'all need to do on that. Because I went back to it and still didn't catch what it was. So there's a Halo 2014 in the works.
I was not ready for that. I mean, not that he showed anything, but he took off the mask. I was like, oh shit, is that Chief?
I kind of felt it on the strength of it's what I say about Nintendo. What I'm saying about Nintendo. You don't get to drop your console and not have 3D Mario ready.
Right.
No.
I agree.
Now, some might be saying, well, this is saying 2014. This can come out anywhere between January and Christmas.
Nah.
This is true, but guess what? At least
Forza's there.
but still being fair, at least it was mentioned here, and I guarantee you that this is going to have the next E3 on fire.
Probably will. If it don't make it out before E3.
No.
You don't think it
I
will?
want my shit. I'm Microsoft.
You're an E3 whore.
Because the write-ups are more there than it will be anywhere.
Carry on, sir. 60 frames a second, who the hell cares?
Only people who care about that is motherfuckers who ain't never played a PC game.
And they're
I don't
laughing
give a
at
shit.
us, so I ain't gonna...
PC dudes are laughing at
blow.
console players who are hyped about 60 frames per second.
But I will take that Halo, because 323 Studios don't look like they're playing.
Right.
And I like the fact that they had a woman up there presenting the shit. That's just me.
Same thing with the Kill Instance.
Yes.
Same thing with the Kill Instance.
Yes.
I got on my notes price and drop. I don't remember what that was about.
I have no fucking idea.
I skip it. So, Titanfall, which is the last game they could have ended the press conference
That's your
with.
baby.
Son. That's Respawn Entertainment, the one I spoke about a while ago, which then I later figured out that it was through EA, and then I later figured out that they might be creating a Xbox One only exclusive.
You must have been burning when you
I was
saw
a little
that.
tight about that.
Ugh.
Because I've been rooting for those guys since they left Infinity Ward. Because I knew they had something big in their hands that Activision was like, no, it ain't broke. Don't fix it. We're not giving you a new studio. You're going to work on Call of Duty.
So why you stop rooting for him?
I didn't say I stopped.
So
you see what I'm talking about. You don't see the energy in me right now?
You getting that Xbox though?
Nah, son.
You getting that Xbox?
Nah, son. I'll be at your house.
But if you get the Xbox, we can share that motherfucker.
Motherfucker, I'm buying it. Nigga, shit, nothing. Just in case they be like, yo, you know what? Nah, you can't share and play at the same time because you're
Not this game. Not this game.
So the thing that's so dope about Titan, right, is first off, you already know we say fuck Call of Duty. This shit looks like Call of Duty.
I can look and tell it has that feel.
It's dude was running. I was like, that looked like Call of Duty when he was running from the buildings. I'm
Points
like, yo,
popping up on the crosshair when you get a kill.
looks like Call of Duty. Call of Duty engine, all in that. Not Call of Duty engine, Call of Duty
Pedigree.
aura. Yeah, all in that, which is what they built. So I don't care. What I do care about is how they flipped it. Because I hate playing Call of Duty clones.
Yeah, they just like snuffed Crisis, if you want to put it
Son,
that
they
way.
stuffed a couple of games. I think Crisis now...
Halo might be in trouble.
In a way, Halo's in trouble twice.
Yeah.
Because Destiny too. Destiny as well.
Yeah.
Halo
got to fight for its own around here now. But yeah.
But, son, Titanfall, as far as being exclusive on Xbox, Halo's in trouble.
Yeah.
Because the mech stuff, oh my god. Like, that was like the airstrike.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
But I
didn't
just
see
love
much
how the game
details.
moved. And the thing that was really impressive to me was motherfuckers didn't know, and I don't know why I didn't. They didn't know that it was a multiplayer only game.
But that's the theme. Because when the Battlefield was shown, people didn't know that was multiplayer either. Like, and again, when you talk to
But they didn't look at the bottom left.
It was Matt. But when you talk to developers, they all mention this one thing that's themed out at E3.
Right.
Fluidity.
Right.
Smooth.
Right.
Everything is smooth. So fucking smooth that you don't know this is a multiplayer
At
game.
the same time, they all working on closed networks. I mean, they're the only ones that got the systems.
Yeah, but nah, the shit look good.
No, it looked good. The thing about why, for this particular one, why they really couldn't tell is because they had set pieces that you would get from a multiplayer. The guy said, no, that's a compliment. We want these people to be able to jump in, get a game going, and it feels like you're playing a campaign, but guess what? It's multiplayer.
That's a good aspiration.
From the comments that I've seen, the reactions that I've seen, until he had to clearly say, like, no, this is multiplayer. We will talk about other modes later, but this is, you've only seen the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Good job.
Respawn Entertainment, hats off to you. And I really want you guys to elaborate why cloud technology. For this one, I kind of already know why, but I need you to come out cleanly and say it. But until then, spring 2014. And that's pretty much all I got on the coverage. Holla.